Hi guys, my name is Kapil Upadhyay and I welcome you all to Vision Automation Solution YouTube channel. Today we are going to make a game that we commonly known as tic-tac-toe, and in Hindi we call it Zero Cutters, Cross and Zero. So without a further ado, like, share and subscribe to Vision Automation channel and let's get over it. As we have learned in our previous Python videos, Python is most popular programming language, or nothing wrong to say that it is the next generation programming language. In every emerging field in computer science, Python makes its presence actively. Python has vast libraries for various fields such as machine learning that consists NumPy, Panda, Matplotlib, artificial intelligence and that consists PyTorch, TensorFlow, and game development that we have Pygame and Pyglat. And for the very first heading, we have what is Pygame. Pygame is cross-platform set of Python modules which is used to create video games. It consists of computer graphics and sound libraries designed to be used with Python programming language. Pygame was officially written by Pete Shiner to replace PySDL. Pygame is suitable to create client-side application that can be potentially wrapped in standalone executable. Our next heading is what are the pre-requirements for Pygame. Before learning about Pygame, we need to understand what kind of game we want to develop, and to learn Pygame it is required to have a basic knowledge on Python. Our third heading is how to install Pygame. There are two ways to install Pygame. First is to install through PIP and second is to install through IDE. And I'm talking about IDE as PyCharm. If we want to install Pygame through PIP, we are going to use a command called pip install Pygame. And if we want to install Pygame through IDE, we need to go to Files, then open Settings, and in Settings, go for Project Pygame. In Project Pygame, go for Project Interpreter, and there you can apply or download the libraries by searching simply Pygame. If you want to check how whether your Pygame is installed or not, open your Python shell and type import Pygame. It will show Pygame's latest version, and there's a message that goes like hello from the Pygame community, and there will be a website of www.pygame.org/contribute.html. It means your Pygame is fully installed. Now let's get to our main topic, that is tic-tac-toe, and firstly we are going to look at what are the application, what are the different games in which Pygame is used. First we have Flappy Bird, the most popular game in its era, that is Flappy Bird. Second is Retro Racing. Third is Sudoku, that is popular in all the ages, whether you are 5 or 20 or 60. Then the fourth one is Snake Game. Snake Game is also popular and the oldest game that we have, that we know. But we are going for tic-tac-toe. We are making tic-tac-toe because all the games that you have seen are only one player, but tic-tac-toe uses two players because nobody wants to be alone. Tic-tac-toe is one of the most played game and is best time killer game that you can play anywhere and just pen and paper. If you don't know how to play this game, don't worry. Let us first understand this. This game is played by two individuals. First, we draw a board with a 3 by 3 square grid. The first player chooses X and draw it on any of the square grid. Then it's the chance of the second player to draw 0 or O on the available spaces like this, the player X and 0 alternatively on the empty space until a player succeeded in drawing 3 consecutive marks either in the horizontal, vertical or diagonal ways. Then the player wins the game, and otherwise the game draw when all the spots are filled. So first thing we have is we are going to initialize game components. So let's set up the importing pygame library and the time library, because we will use the time.sleep method to pause game at certain position. Then we initialize all the global variables that we will use in our tic-tac-toe game. Here the TTT is the main 3x3 tic-tac-toe board, and at first it will have 9 none values. The height and the width of the canvas where we play the game is 400 by 400. Second thing is initializing pygame window. We use the pygame to create a new window where we'll play our tic-tac-toe game. So we initialize pygame with pg.init int method, and the window display is set with a width of 400 and a height of 500. We have reserved the 100 pixel space for displaying the status of the game. The next pg.display.set underscore mode is initialized the display, and we reference it with the screen variable. This screen variable will use whenever we want to draw something on the display. The pg.display.set underscore caption method is used to set a name that will appear on the top of the display window. Now the third is we load and transfer the images. The Python project uses many images, like opening the image and will display when the game start or reset. I mean to say this one that you are seeing in the screen, the X and the 0 image that will draw when the user click on the grid. We load all the images and resize them so that they will fit easily in our window. Now the fourth part, this is going to be a lengthy because we are going to define all the functions, and now we create a function that will start the game. We will also use this function when we want to restart the game. In Pygame, the BLIT, that blit function, is used on the surface to draw an image on the top of another image. It means picture over picture. PIP, it's not PO, it's like POP that we use in our phones, that if we want a video call, if we are doing video call, then picture over picture is that we want to screen, that we are scrolling Instagram or WhatsApp and video call is on and video call is running. So we draw the opening image, and after drawing we will always need to update the display with pg.display.update method. When the opening image is drawn, we will wait for 1 second using time.sleep1 and fill the screen with white color. Next, we draw two vertical and horizontal line on the white background to make the 3x3 grid. And in the end, we call the draw status function. And in the end, we will call the draw status function. This draw status function draws a black rectangular when we update the status of the game, showing which player's turns is it and whether the game ends or draws. The next function is the check win function. The check_win function checks the tic-tac-toe board to see all the marks of cross and 0. It calculates whether a player has won the game or not. Then they can either win when the player has marked 3 consecutive marks in a row, column or diagonal. This function is called every time. I'm repeating this function is called every time when we draw mark of cross or 0 on the board. The draw X and 0, that rows and column functions, takes the row and column where the mouse is clicked, and then it draws the cross or the 0 mark. We calculate the X and Y coordinate because it's a 2D plane. We calculate X and Y coordinate on the starting point from where we draw the PNG image of the mark. Now the next function is user click. The user click function is triggered every time the user presses the mouse button. When the user clicks the mouse, we first take the x and y coordinate of where the mouse is clicked on the display window, and then if that place is not occupied, we draw the cross or 0 on the canvas. We also check if the player wins or not after drawing cross and 0 on the board. The last function is the reset underscore game function. This will reset the game, and we also repeat and we will restart the game, and we also reset all the variables to the beginning of the game. Now the last part is that run the tic-tac-toe game forever. To start the game, we call the game underscore opening function. Then we run an infinite loop and continuously check any event made by the users. If the user presses mouse button, the mouse button down events will be captured, and then it will be triggered the user click function. Then if we if the user wins or the game draws, we reset the game by calling reset underscore game function. We update the display in each iteration. We update the display in each iteration, and we have set the frames per second to 30. Hooray! The game is completed and ready to play. Save the code with the tic-tac-toe.py file name and run the file. And remember, all your images will be in the same folder that you have saved your tic-tac-toe.py file.